Away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Houston Texans and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 19. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Turn. 2 points down, he's coming.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Watson now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
17-yard line.
Set. 19. That's the run. He's checking, he's 9.
On second and 11 now. Watson to the right side, complete to Miller. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now it's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now first and 10 at their own 26. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Now Foles. And he slings one that's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 55, come on. Check 55. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Right, 55. Check 55.
Foles. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now the 3rd year back out of Texas, D'Onta Foreman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their 2nd-year punter, Trevor Daniel. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
41 to Mike. 41 to Mike. Check 41. Check.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check, 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 check. Two times.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Girl. Hey, alert 3. Great.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Room here to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throw left side, complete to QT. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now on 2nd and 13, Foles. Flush to his right. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Let's go. 19. 950. Let's go, D. Let's go. Kill. In the car. 31.
On first down, Watson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watson now on third down. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Let's go, 19.
Yeah, let's go sandwich.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Miller might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Watson. Gates has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Miller with first down and more, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Foles. He hits Blue.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
13. 51, Mike 51.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
4 down. Check 9. Curl.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Mike 41. We've got a wedge down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, sound one. Watch the whip. Motion. 40. Hey, sound one. I'm trying to come down to it.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
180. Watch the screen.
2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Right there.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And a loose football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ready?
Right here, right here. Tight, watch right. Tight, watch right.
Now Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Silver.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch QB's up. Yes.
41 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Watch the run. Hey, 41
1-1.
Mike.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Small. Curl.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Foles now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. Mike 55.
He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Wild Bill. Check three.
Second down, McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They're going to look to throw. Completes it to Lee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Jacksonville, first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wait.
Watch the slant. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Out. 3 down. 3 down.
They'll run with Fournette. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from second to third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This is Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it's now 17-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead. That could be under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Foles. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's McKenna. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fournette. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the toss, it's McKinnon. 12 yards there and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And it's 3rd down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and 13.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Purple 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
At the 40-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Fells has it, left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just all 11 probably crashing the line here.